Yo, people, welcome to my house. I'm MDUB. Well, people call me MDUB. People don't like me, call me MDUB. You make the choice. I want to thank RCA Records for inviting me to the RCA Black Family Cookout. We're going to go hard for you today right now. We're going to do a surf and turf. Our turf is going to be these big, juicy tomahawk steaks. Our surf is going to be these luscious lobster tails that we're going to stuff. We're going to do it a little bit different for you guys. We're going to do a dry brine on this. We're going to stuff our lobster tails with a lobster cream sauce. And then we're going to grill some asparagus. Y'all need some vegetables in your life. Now, we're going to take this. So we're going to dry brine these tomahawk steak. They're Wagyu. And by dry brine, you know, most people when they brine, they add water, sugar, salt, and that's it. This one is a dry brine, meaning that we're just going to get flavor into the meat with just the salt. Let it sit, let it penetrate on both sides. It locks in the moisture, and we're going to do that before we smoke. So we're just going to liberally season this on both sides with some kosher salt, right? You got to season everywhere, people, not just one side, right? Get that all good. Be liberal with it. It's a big piece of meat. And that'll penetrate into the meat. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. That beef is the only one I would let sit at room temperature like that. You know? But we're gonna be real liberal with it. Then we're gonna add pepper right before we put it on. But this is called a dry brine. Look at that, look at that. That's some good meat right there, people. That's some good meat. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna let that. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna show you what I'm smoking on out here, all right? I don't know what y'all smoking on, but I'll meet you over at the grill. All right, you guys, this is what I'm smoking on, a reverse flow smoker, meaning the firebox is right here. The smoke comes in this lovely beast. There's a plate down there. The smoke comes in and around, hook up that meat and back out. Really good. Made in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania by Amish people. It took a damn year for it to get here on horse and buggy, but once it got here, I've been killing with it. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the tomahawk steaks in here, get it up to temperature, get some smoke in it, get to about 125 internal temperature, and then we're gonna move it over to a hot flame and really sear it up, lock in the juices, develop a crust. We're gonna be rocking this at about 200, 220 for about 45 minutes to an hour to about 120 inside, and then we're on to the next one. All right, folks, so I'm using white oak to smoke these tomahawk steaks. It's a nice, dense wood. I use it with my briskets. It's a slow burning, but great flavor wood. We're gonna just get that fire popping, get up to 120. I got a little head start. All right, so our tomahawks have been sitting about 30 minutes now. You can see how the salt is penetrating the meat right there. You see that little glistening right there? It's getting way in the meat, so that's all good. Now we're going to add our pepper. All right, time to get it on the grill. Let's get it smoking. Well, my spidey sense is telling me it should be about right there. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour. Time now to get that sear on. We're gonna go meet you guys over at the Green Egg. We got a fire going over there. We're gonna hit this hot and hard, baby, hot and hard. All right, you guys, that's a fire. It's time to get it going now. Like I said, this is the searing part. We're gonna get this on the grill. Just let it go. We're looking for a nice, crispy crust, searing in them juices. All right, people, let's go over what we're actually having today. You saw the tomahawk steaks. We're going to reverse sear them. We're going to smoke them, get them up to temperature, put them on high fire, sear that in, get us a crust. But we're going to do it with lobster. Now, traditionally, I would cut the lobster down half, pull out the meat, put some sort of herb butter on it and grill it. But this time, I am going to cut it at the bottom and remove the meat and grill the meat because I want to use the actual shell as a serving bowl, all right? We're going to make us a lobster cream sauce and mix the cut up grilled lobster in there and put it back in the bowl, back into the shell. And that's how we're going to serve it on a platter for all my crew, all right? We're also going to use the shells to make the lobster cream sauce. And that's going to be another step in the morning. Then we're going to do some cheese grits. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's some great cheese grits. We're going to do some real stone ground cheese, not your instant. It's going to be really good, finished with some sort of Swiss cheese, and we'll go over that in a minute. And we're going to grill some asparagus. So right now, I'm going to show you a bit of what we do here. We're just going to cut the bottom of this lobster out. Make sure you pay attention that you don't mess up the top side of the shell, because that's going to be presentation side, right? Just pull that bottom right on out. And remember that you're keeping it as a bowl, all right? Then just open it up a little bit. Pull that delicious lobster meat right on out. Look at that. We're gonna put some butter on this and we're gonna grill it. I'm gonna repeat this step 3 more times. All right, you guys, we're gonna start the lobster cream sauce, right? So we got 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil in there. We're gonna add some butter. Let that get nice and melty, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing. But when that melts, we're gonna end up adding a mirepoix. That's celery, onions, and carrots to it, right? Let that saute a bit. Till about gets sauce, about 2 minutes. We're gonna let this rock. Then after that, we're gonna add shallots and garlic. We've got us a little tomato paste we're gonna add to it, some cognac. We got the yak you got to put in there. A little flour to give it a little texture, and some cayenne pepper and paprika. And we got some fresh fish stock. It's gonna kick it off, and we're gonna finish it with some heavy cream. I'm just gonna let this rock a little bit, you guys. We'll come back to it as we go. We got this cooked down a little bit. Now we're gonna add the garlic and some shallots. Now that's just gonna cook until flagrant, maybe a minute or so. Get that nice and, look at that. It's all coming together, people. You see that? Building flavors, folks, building flavors. You got to do the flavors, all right? And to this, we're gonna add the flour. So in that step, that's when we're making sort of a roux. And then we're gonna add the yak for the flavor. And then we're gonna put our shells in there, our lobster shells, and the stock, the fish stock in there. And we're gonna finish it with cream, heavy cream. Strain the sauce. Yeah, get all that juicy goodness up out of there. Yes, yes sir, yes sir. Strain the sauce, we're gonna add our heavy cream. It's 1 cup. And we're just gonna let that reduce for about another 20 minutes till you get a nice little texture. That's that sauce there, boy, that's that sauce. Butter on it. We're gonna hit it with a little sea salt, just a wee bit, because we do have some sauce that we're gonna add these to, right? All right, we're gonna do some pepper here. And see with my little grate here, I ain't gotta do all that flipping, I just do it and I repeat it. See what I'm saying? Y'all gotta think when you're doing this. Now, out to the grill it is. Just do it. It's time to plate, but since this is your first time in my home, and I don't do this for everybody, but it's Black History Month, and it's your first time, so let me whip this out. Hit you with the black steel for Black History Month. Yeah, yeah. I hear you ladies like, don't kill him, Michael, don't kill him. That black steel for Black History Month. That's the only way you're supposed to cut one of these bad boys up. How about that? So let's get the slice. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me in my home. I want to thank RCA Records for inviting me to RCA Black Family Cookout. It has been a special day, and I want to turn you on. Let's look at what we did here. This is the Tomahawk Steak that we reverse seared on the smoker, and then we put it on big fire right there to seal in that juice. We've got our stuffed lobster tails with our cream lobster sauce right there. Look at that. And I'm serving this family style, so I put this platter out there for everybody to eat from. Everybody got their individual cups of cheese grits and our grilled asparagus. And this is how MDUB do. You guys follow me, Smokin MDUB at Instagram. Is that how we say it, fellas? No, act like you're talking to me now, because I'm getting ready. Is that how we say it, fellas? I'm setting this up for the first time, so I got my two nephews on the right and left.
Yes, sir.
That's taking care of this. Tony and RJ doing their thing. I got my sous chef Brine in the back, help with some chocolate cooking and stirring and stuff like that. So it is a family game here. So I am just set up my socials. YouTube is Smokin MDUB. At Instagram, it's Smokin MDUB. It's like, is that it, right?
Yes, sir. It's at Smokin.
I'll get better at it though. You guys, RCA Records, I love you, thank you. Happy Black History Month. MDUB out.